What's going on, guy? You know what? It's crazy. I got kind of behind on videos. Why am I slacking in my chair? Y'all don't even want to know what time it is, but because somebody asked in the comments, okay, nobody actually asked, but I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, it's 1:07 a.m. It's November 1st. I'm recording this on right when daylight saving time hit. Like, it didn't just turn 1 a.m. It just turned 2 a.m. It went back to 1 a.m. Here I am recording this for us because we are almost at the end of season 1, and honestly, I can't. It's making me sad. Like, Ross is about to be a father. I'm about to be watching this rest, and Rachel is. And then there's Chandler, who just became a boss, and Monica is, well, she just turned down a position, a higher ranking, maybe higher paying position for chef. That's not a word. The whole team is thriving. The whole cast is thriving in their roles. So far, I've been seeing a lot of Ross improving as a character. Ross reminds me a lot of JD from Scrubs. His character just reminds me so much of JD because JD was an incredibly flawed character throughout the entire series. Without further ado, y'all, I'm gonna just get into the reaction. I got my hood up because listen, man, it's 1 a.m. I'm not trying to, to be honest, I was about to go to sleep, and then I just thought to myself, I've been recording reactions, but they haven't been friends reactions.
Nothing. I'm sure they'll be impressed with your excellent computer skills.
You think it's on all of them?
Who makes me,
Could you want her more? Who?
Really?
Dee, the sarcastic sister from What's Happened.
Like, it's poker, so only guys can play.
No, women are welcome to play.
Oh, okay, so then what is it? All right, what is it?
Do you guys know?
You know how to play?
Right.
No.
This is a poker game. You can't serve food with more than one syllable. Like chips or dip or pretz.
So then, you were lying.
I was bluffing.
Aha. And what is bluffing? Is it not another word for lying?
She's on to something.
Look, Rachel, this is poker. Don't expect me to be a nice guy. Once those cards are dealt...
It's like I felt it, but like it could have gone anywhere. Like, I was gonna let it slide. But then Joey came in and he helped him out. So I was like, okay. Marcella's so cute, bro. Oh my gosh!
Rach, do you want me to shuffle those?
I think I'm gonna give it a go.
All right.
All right.
What? Huh? Are you serious? Yo, you guys are done. It's over. It's a wrap. I can just skip forward to the end. Oh man, I thought they was just gonna destroy him, but look at their faces. Oh, it's so that they're through, bro. They are through. They're finished. They know it's over.
Soon after.
Ooh, I'm a man. Ooh, I have a penis. Ooh, I have to win money to exert my power over women.
That is how men be, though. That is how they be.
Well, you better hop out of the shower, because I got a flush.
I got 4 sixes! I got 4 sixes I won! I hate this game. Oh, come on. No, I'm fine. Oh, yeah, but if anything else opens up, please. Hello?
Look, Rach, we don't have to do this.
Yes, we do. Well, I just lost a job and I'd like to raise the bet $5. Anybody have a problem with that?
I'm in.
Monica, get my purse. Rachel, there's nothing in it. Okay, then get me your purse.
Joey, I'm a little shy.
That's okay, Ross. You can ask me.
No, not like that, Joey.
Full house.
You got me. When you don't have the cards, you don't have the cards, you know? But, look how happy she is.
He got the cards. I have never been that quiet. I feel like I'm usually always kind of talking, maybe even to a certain extent, I'm probably talking too much to some people. I just couldn't say anything. Like, friends literally, utterly had me speechless. And it's never been like that for me. Like, I don't think I've ever been this quiet on any reaction for this long. Like, I mean, you guys saw that. I couldn't say anything because it was so emotional. Rachel, they didn't want her at the job. So I don't. Is she She's either jobless right now, or she has to go back to being a waitress. I think she was just denied the job. They went with someone else, and so either she's returning to be a waitress, or she's without a job. Either way, she had nothing to lose, and throughout the rest of the game after that point, and it was very apparent with how much she was betting, and whether or not Ross was the true nice guy in the end, what he did, like, I feel like it'll be something they both can look back on and reminisce with smiles on their faces, because he was nice to her, you know. That's who he's crushing on. That's who he really wants to be with. In that episode, I got to really see, we all got to really see how much Ross cares for Rachel. You know, Rachel may not be at that point yet where she, like, you know, cares for him, where she reciprocates that energy, but it's nice to see that in season 1, Ross really, really adores her and will do practically anything to make her happy. Anything that he can, like, whether it's big or small. You know, and that this episode really just drove it home for me. I don't even know what to say. I feel like I've said enough. Like, it's like I didn't want to cry because, like, it was sad, but, like, it felt so real. Friends has these incredibly high moments of, you know, of friendliness. You know, the essence of the word friends is just embraced fully in each episode, in each scene. We get to really see true companionship at its best and persevering through society at this time in 1994, you know, in New York of all places. It's not easy, and this episode, it was kind of a hard reminder of that. You know, being an adult trying to make it on your own, it's not easy, because there are going to be times that you won't get to where you want to be, especially not when you want to be. They were willing to stop, you know, they were there for her and were willing to just stop the game and, you know, just comfort her and be there for her in that moment. And she alone, like, picked her head up. She said, I'm gonna win this. You know, I have nothing left to lose. And she won it. She beat Ross. I don't know if he gave in to her in the end. Honestly, I feel like he let her win. Somebody definitely let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, though, because I really want to know for sure. Either way, this was like a beautiful episode. Might even be my favorite episode of the series so far. Primarily focused on Rachel, and I don't think we've gotten this in a really long time, you know, since the episode where Rachel's ex-husband-to-be was, you know, in the main plot of that episode. I think that was like one of the very first episodes in the series. But since that episode, she's been kind of pushed to the background in terms of the plot. And this episode really focused on her life and what her her energy, what her aura brings to the main cast of characters, to the friendships that she has with each and every one of them, you know. And we got to see her be the emotional rock that she is, because it's something I knew, but it's like I didn't really put words to it because she was never in a scene or in a scenario or in a situation to where she received a just consistent screen time in one episode where we got to see how great she is in terms of pushing the others forward and helping them progress, you know. Like Phoebe does that, I feel like, very well as a character, but Rachel is that character I feel that may have done that even better than Phoebe's been doing that in the entire show. And I just like never looked at it twice because, you know, because of who she was associated with, you know. And by that I just mean she's like low-key Monica's shadow. And not to say that, you know, Rachel's trash or anything like that. It's just that Rachel hasn't had significant character development that's consisted of, you know, solo character development. Her character development has been vicariously living through Monica, essentially. That's what I personally feel. So this episode, we really got to see what Rachel brings to the table. And I feel like she's like the emotional equalizer of the group. I feel like her and Phoebe both do this very well. Like all of them, you know, hold each other down, you know, on an emotional level. But like now that I think about it, there's been so many scenes where Rachel has been the one to like lend a helping hand to someone. And maybe not financially because, you know, she doesn't make much at her job at the Central Perk, but in terms of like just offering an emotional hand, someone to lean on in a time of crisis, she was there for Phoebe. You know, when Phoebe was going through it with Joey and Ursula, she was there for Monica, right? When Monica was going through it with that guy, you know, in the beginning of the season, where he like faked getting it up, you know, where he faked that he had erectile dysfunction. I think that was him. She was there for Monica. She was there for Chandler when Chandler was talking about how he needs to lay this girl off, and she was telling him how you shouldn't be doing this to her. Like Rachel, I thought Phoebe was this person, but I feel like Rachel is essentially Phoebe, just in a more sane way. Like I love Phoebe, man. Don't get me wrong. I love Phoebe so much. Like probably my favorite character. I don't know. Listen, don't quote me. But Rachel has been that steady, constant emotional equalizer for the friend group, and I just never put it together until this episode, man. Like Ross is the one to level them out, you know. He's the one that if somebody going too crazy, it's mainly Phoebe, Ross brings her right back, as you kind of saw a little bit in this episode. Joey he's kind of the one to do his own thing, you know. He's kind of a wild guy, and he kind of just looks at each and every one of the friends as like peers, you know. He goes to all of them essentially for advice, you know, or like he's kind of that way with each and every one of them. Ross and Chandler, I feel like they're like this whole cast, this whole friend group, they all have their childish traits in them, their childish personality traits in them, but at the same time they all bring both similar and very different things to their friend group. And this is just something that I've noticed very, very vividly in this episode. And that was what I just mentioned about Rachel. I feel like I have been, you know, I've been slowing up on friends' reactions because I'm sad. Honestly, like, it's not even because I've been too busy. Like, I've had plenty of time to record, and Friends, I really love this show. Like, I don't think y'all understand. Like, when I first started reacting to Friends, I didn't know who was gonna watch. I didn't know if anybody was gonna watch it with me. You know what I mean? Like, I posted Friends 1x1 reaction, You know, I put some cool little edits on there. I'm like, all right, cool. They might like this, you know, and some people commented on it, and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe people might watch this with me. And then, you know, I met other people along the way in season 1 who really enjoy the show as much as I do, if not even more. And it's like really blowing my mind that like people love this show, and that like they've been loving this show since they were younger, or maybe even just this year. But people, it's so great to be able to watch this with y'all, because I may just be a face on your screen, but to me, you guys are my friends. Like the people who comment, you know, the people who like, the people who, well, honestly, even the people who dislike. Like, now that I think about it, because I really love each and every one of you guys for watching these friends reactions, because it helps me know that people really love the show. Like, not just me, the reactor. Like, they really mess with this show. And like, I love the show, and I didn't think I would, you know, going into it. I didn't know what I was gonna get out of it. I didn't know if I would truly fall in love with this show. And I'm declaring it now. I have fallen in love with the series Friends, and I'm gonna keep reacting to it till I'm done. I don't want this series to end, but I know it's gonna. And it's like, it's breaking my heart.